Freddie Mercury was the famous one. He was the face of our band, the visual focus, and the poor guy had all the fame. I think a lot of people, they think about Freddie, the media tend to think, oh, flamboyant, whatever, and they remember him for other things, and they tend to forget that he was a brilliant musician. I think the film does pay good attention to the fact that Freddie was a real great musician. He was the long-haired, bisexually interesting face of our band. I think people really want to have things to look up to sort of worship in a way. Other people want to put a sort of role on you. And you do realise when you see things like that, that you actually have assumed an importance in a lot of people's lives. And you have to play the game there, I think, and go along with that in a certain sense, without ever for 1 second thinking that you are actually as important as those people think you are. He was an artist, and he appreciated beauty, and he loved the ballet. I guess he wasn't really a mad opera fan, but he did love opera and ballet and rock and roll and Jimi Hendrix and Aretha Franklin, and anything that was really truly great. He understood Prince. It's true. He understood serious talent.
A little number called Liar. Suck it to the brush.
They're singing, the guys have been pulled through. Yeah, but that's right. If you carry on a bit.
And you met Freddie, what, at the early 70s at that stage?
Yeah.
Do you recall the first encounters and the first time?
Yeah, he came to see us play. We had a little group called Smile, and Freddie came along to watch, and he was really, really enthusiastic and full of energy, like he was always, and he came back and said, yeah, this is great, but you're doing this wrong, you're doing this wrong, and you're doing this wrong. What you need is me. I mean, strangely enough, it happened.
And did he have a distinctive look about him? I mean, obviously, it was even then, or was that developed?
Yeah, he looked like a rock star in those days, absolutely, and he acted like a rock star. He was a rock star. Oh.
There must be more to life than this.
He was great. No, he was wonderful to work with. I have to say, unequivocally. People think he might be difficult, be a diva or whatever, but he wasn't. He was very democratic, very giving, very supportive of everyone else's ideas. No, he was great, unique. We had very big ideas and very big dreams, but none of them ever materialised. We actually got as far as making a record, but I think there were only about a dozen copies ever pressed. I don't know what happened in that situation. Had a very bad management situation and got thoroughly disillusioned. And after a couple of years or so, we thought, this is going nowhere. I think we should pack up, try it a different way. That's the point where we met Freddie. And it was really Freddie who said, look, guys, give it one more shot. You got me. You can have me. We went, okay. But he's just completely the outrageous persona, I suppose. And he always was that way. He didn't work at it. He didn't, decide he was going to play this part. He just was this guy who had a very unusual way of coming across and came from an unusual place, I guess.
Living with painful memories, loving with all my heart.
He had an insane belief in himself, which was wonderful, his driving force, and in us as his friends and partners in crime.
Leave it in the lap of the God.
I mean, Freddie had the amazing voice, but I think he also had this thing that he could make people feel that they were making contact. So we could play things like Wembley Stadium, which up to that time had not been done. You know, people didn't do it because they couldn't really get across in this vast space. But Freddie particularly had this knack of making everybody feel that they could be personally in contact. And almost, I think he made them feel like they could do it too. You know, this business of singing along and stuff. He just had that kind of common touch, I suppose. I don't know what it's called. It's a kind of magnetism.
Only here when I'm saying you want to see so much. Show must go on.
If they're singing, they're going to finish the trick. Yeah, but then you have to. That's it. If you carry on.
Freddie had a great voice, a great pop voice. He was also a larger-than-life personality. But of course, if people die young at the peak of what they're doing, they're in aspect perfect. And so they then take on a shrine-like ability.
As this wall is testament to, he was a god in most people's eyes. So words like worship and pilgrimage, partially are an accident, but partially it's meant because Freddie was and still is a god. As are the rest of Queen, I hasten to add.
What can you say, my dear friends? Can I hear your voice in the comments section below? I just want to say thank you for viewing my videos and supporting my channel. I really appreciate all your love and support you have done to me. I enjoyed your engagement by reading your comments after I posted a new one. I also encourage you to support my live and premiere videos by engaging and sending super chats, super stickers, and super thanks, because the more you do that to me, YouTube will help my channel grow in community, and it means so much to me. Thank you so much for your generosity and kindness. I will always treasure you all. Thank you so much again. May the presence and love of our Creator will be upon you and your family, and will shower you abundant blessings. This is Howell Ben. Shalom.